Uh-huh.
Hey, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to PCG Live. What's going on, my boy? I'm clipping. How's it going, brother? Nice, nice. How's that been working out? Good, 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 good. 48, you said? Nice, nice. Really?
That's like, yeah, because like I stream Cuphead, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted to do something different. So I was like, well, let me do black and white filter, and I want to do it on expert. So I put black and white filter expert, and then in the title I just wrote like first stream on Mixer, blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. And I don't know what the frig happened. I was just playing, and all of a sudden it was just like follow, 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 follow. I'm like, what is going on?
Well,
Like,
today
yeah.
we are officially ourselves streaming on Mixer. Um, but not only are we doing Mixer, we're doing Twitch like we normally do.
Yep.
We're doing Mixer, we're doing Facebook, and we're doing YouTube Live. So
Oh yeah.
today we're testing for our big weekend that we have coming up, and
Yes.
we'll get into that later on in the show. But that's pretty much what we're testing and seeing how that works, and so far so good. So this is fantastic.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, very exciting weekend this is gonna be. But yeah. So
Wonderful.
before we get into that, actually, do you want to get right into that, and then we'll talk news later?
Up to you.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
sir. You know what?
well,
Let's do news first.
okay.
We want to save the big stuff for later.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to know what we're doing this weekend, stay tuned. We'll talk about it later on in the show. So right now, we'll chit chat about a little bit about what's going on in the gaming industry. First and foremost, I apologize for missing last week's show. Kyle took over. Kyle and Andre. Andre ditched Kyle in the middle of the show.
That's all
But
right. The quality was god awful.
well, it's okay. Like we're in the middle, so I'm in the middle of moving. So there's a bunch of chaos going on with that. So that's why I wasn't able to make last week's show. And I scrambled around to get everything going today because I really want to test the new equipment.
Yep.
And I really kind of want to talk about it. So that's why, like me and Kyle going back and forth, like, I really don't. I don't want to rush around to do the show because I'm gonna drive myself crazy, but I want to do the show. so, but we're here, we're doing it, and then other than that, what else? Oh, and then Andre's internet connection dropped in the middle of it, and then you were having, I think you said, sound difficulties. So it's just a little bit of
It was
everything.
it was like video quality was bad, and then like you know what, the audio wasn't bad, but the video was god awful.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't
on
know.
my end, I didn't think it looked too bad. I was on my phone watching, but
Yeah.
it really wasn't too bad to me. So, but but here we are, and we're looking good, we're sounding good, and that's all that
Oh yeah.
matters. So we're across the globe, all over the place today. So
Woo!
I'm excited to do today's show. It's a
Mm,
full throttle test before we end up getting into this weekend. So.
yes.
A couple big
Agree.
things. I got the, like I said, I missed last week's show, so we didn't get to really talk and get my perspective. I thought we talked about the year of Nintendo Switch the week, not week before because we didn't have a show, but the week before that We didn't talk about that.
No, we didn't talk the year because that was the direct.
Okay.
We talked at the direct and how Smash blew up the internet.
Oh, we did. Yeah, that's right. We did.
Yeah.
So
we talked about that. But no, we didn't get. We kind of got into it last week, but not too much. Only because we were like, we literally had to like rush through because he was like, "Oh, I gotta get to work." So, and we only had like a half hour. So I was kind of like trying to spitball. And it was really bad.
yeah, I mean, we can get more into that today. We got some time and we can chit chat and love to see some of you guys, you know, hop in the chat with us and talk a little bit as well. Let me just make sure everything is everything's going good. All right, cool. So other than that, let's talk about the year of the Nintendo Switch. So we'll get in. I guess I'll start it off since you talked, like you said, a little bit about it last week, but we'll talk more on your perspective as well. Trying to get this wiring all. Here we go.
Colin Bosky, what's going on?
Getting tangled in my wiring. So my perspective on the Switch and where it's at from a year ago, I think last year we really didn't know what we were going to get into with the Switch being released, and that was like a big thing when the trailer dropped. We were like, oh, we don't know what we're going to get. We don't even know anything about it. And then when they talked about it, we still didn't know anything about it. All we knew was something that was more portable than anything.
Right.
So that was only the real big thing that we actually knew about the Nintendo Switch. So now that it's been a year into it, I think it's definitely exceeded everyone's expectations, which is huge. I feel like Nintendo didn't set a bar, but had a bar set for themselves because the Wii U did so bad. And I think it did bad in the sense of publishing. It was just very bad publishing in general. The games were really bad. There were some good games. We had Bayonetta and games like that. Smash, which is still highly played. So you know there are a handful of games, but I think marketing was a huge thing for it. The separation from the Wii and the Wii U was so poorly. I remember my reactions to E3 when they announced the Wii U, and I was like,
oh yeah.
So what did they just show? And it was so confusing. So
literally everybody like did the same thing. Even me, as a huge Nintendo person, I just sat there and I went, okay, so is this a new system or is this a new controller for the Wii? What is this thing?
Yeah, so it was just such a bad experience altogether with the marketing and just all around. So it didn't get off to a good start. So this time it seemed like Nintendo really kind of took from that and was like, hey, what can we do to make this better? And their way to make it better is they capitalized on marketing. They wanted to make sure everybody knew what it was that they were going to get themselves into. Closer to when it was release time. Like I said, at first we still didn't know, what it was going to provide. But it definitely got better. So
let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
So when they first announced it, because we all know it was Project NX, it was Nintendo NX. When they first officially announced it as it was the Nintendo Switch, what did you think of the name?
I didn't care. I'm one that I'm not a person that cares much about names. The only name that, if you remember, we talked about it on the show when they released it was the Xbox One X. And we were like, what's the one name that we would be absolutely pissed at if they named it, and they actually named it that. And of course. It's just it is what it is with that one. I guess they kind of had to, and now that I'm looking back at the Xbox One X, I'm kind of like, well, I guess it's not a new Xbox, so therefore
Wii U was a bad name. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Wii U was definitely a bad name. I definitely agree with that one. It was just it didn't distinguish itself from the Wii, and it was just that's why everyone was like, all right, so is it just a controller that's adding on to the Wii? Like, what's going on? So But the Switch, its name, I didn't mind it. And then when they started to actually really show everything that it was about, it all made sense. It all
Right.
made sense to exactly why they named it that and what their name scheme and what their plan was with it. So, makes sense. Makes sense. I get
Yeah.
it.
For me, it was. I felt like it was another one of those cases where when they announced the Wii as the Nintendo Wii, I was like, ah, another code name gone down the tube that was so much better than
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the actual name was. I was just like, I don't know why they just don't use those code names. Just because when the before the Wii, it was the Revolution. I would have loved it if it was the Revolution, but then they named it the Wii.
I like the Switch better than the NX.
Do you?
Mhm. I don't like NX. I don't like
You
NX.
don't like an X?
Nah, nah. I like the Switch definitely better than it. What do you think about the name?
I mean, I had to grow. It had to grow on me.
Hmm.
It had to absolutely grow on me because I was just like the Switch. I was like, because I kind of figured out, okay, this is gonna be the hybrid. But it was just like a basic name, and I was like, I just felt like maybe they could be a little more creative with it. But I mean, it's down to the point of this is what it is. Boom. And that's what you're getting. You're getting the hybrid system that you've been waiting for, that we've rumored.
Hmm.
And so we're just calling it is the Switch. So it took a little while. It did grow on me. So I was like, okay, I got my Switch with me. It's cool. Which coincidentally, I have my Switch on me.
I packed my
So,
Switch away for this weekend, so I don't have it on me right now.
oh, I will. It will be packed and ready to go. My
Yeah.
Switch, if you need it.
Um. Yeah. I can't. I was debating on buying a case and everything as well, but
Yeah.
I didn't get there.
Well, I just recently got a Switch backpack that literally just puts everything in there. Like I have an extra dock now. I got an extra set of Joy Cons.
Really?
Um, yeah, I got it for PAX East.
Oh yeah
Which is
yeah
coming. Oh, by the, I just said PAX East.
yeah.
Do you want to get it out of the way now or wait?
Let's get it out of the way, bro.
All right, let me get to the website first. Oh, would you do me the honor of sitting? We are currently 14 days, 14 hours, 46 minutes, and 18 seconds until PAX East 2018.
Ooh, can't
We're
wait.
in the teens.
Yes, can't wait.
Oh man.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait.
I just got giddy.
He's like
I just
giddy,
got giddy.
giddy.
Oh, I should have brought my badges downstairs. Oh, I left my badges upstairs. Crap. Um, dude, those badges came in, and I was having a fit about it because I was like, "Oh, I need the badges so I can bring one to Gamercon."
Dude, I told you how I feel about the badges. I'm not huge on,
Right.
but maybe I gotta see him. I gotta see him in person. I'm not a huge fan on this year's badges, but we'll see. We'll see.
They did a different thing, and they kind of tried to do a retro look to it. I get it, so I mean, I like them. It's not basic, that's the thing, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not the worst.
right.
I'm trying
I know
to.
Golemboski's excited about PAX East, that's for sure.
Who
Ooh,
is?
the Golemboski that's on Twitch
Oh,
right now.
oh, yeah. Woohoo!
Woo,
Woohoo!
PAX East.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm like doing like 8 things at once. I was just trying to adjust some of
Oh,
the
that's all right. I was doing 8 things just now too.
I was just trying to adjust some of the show stuff that we just got added onto the stuff. So the titles wouldn't change for some of the shows, so I just wanted to make sure that was updated. So anyways,
Nice. Anyway,
so I digress. So back to the year of the Switch. So I think there was a lot of good games so far. Like it was an incredible start, and that was one of the problems with the Wii U was the game selection. They came out full force. Um, um, Penelope, sit down. Yelling at my children while I'm on show. That's what I do.
that's all right. My phone rings apparently when I'm on street.
So with me, the game titles for the release of the Switch was absolutely incredible. Right away, they were like, "Hey, we got to make up for some of these games." We were surprised with Wolfenstein and Doom,
Yep.
and then now just recently they're adding South Park. So
Yeah.
they were like, "Hey, we're gonna come out hard." With the games that we've already missed, and we're gonna come out with them again. People were going crazy with the Skyrim. They were super excited about Skyrim adding on to it. So, is it Skyrim or Oblivion? Yeah, Skyrim.
Skyrim.
And so, with all that being said, I think Nintendo heard the fans. What's funny about the Switch is that the Switch does not have great online. It doesn't have any online capability really. And
Well, I mean, it does. You can play online. Hey, I play Mario Kart Splatoon all the time. It's good stuff.
but
But I get what you're saying. Yes.
but nobody's complaining about it, and that's incredible.
Specifically because it's free still. That's why. Like
Yeah.
if people had to pay for what the online is right now for the Switch, people would be none too happy.
Yeah, and then that's understandable because there's not much to it. So
Right.
with that being said, yeah, it's understandable. So we'll see the changes. They're supposed to announce the changes. Oh, I didn't even. So Nintendo announced they are doing the world premiere of Super Smash Bros. For the Switch at E3, and as
Yes.
tournament style,
Mm-hmm.
which Nintendo's becoming accustomed to now. It seems like. And then as well as Splatoon 2, which Splatoon 2's already been out. But
Yeah.
the Smash Bros, that's a big one. That's hype
Yes.
right there. So exciting to see that. So I mean, I think Nintendo came strong many different ways, and I think that's huge, and I think that's really big. So I think that's what separates the Switch from the other ones. Myself, the best Zelda, well, not the best Zelda, one of the best Zeldas. I'd say definitely in my top five. I don't want to throw a number out there and then regret it later. So we're gonna say within the top five. Definitely within the top five favorite Zeldas. The best Mario game I've ever played. My favorite Mario game of the collection.
I
And that was all within the first year. And
Yeah.
so that's an incredible start right from the beginning. Right from the beginning. Not saying the Mario for Wii U or the Zelda for Wii. Did we have a Zelda for Wii U?
No.
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 Breath
Technically, Breath of the Wild
Wild is
on Wii U, but
yeah.
let's be real here. That's on the Switch.
So I mean, we wanted those so bad, and we never ended up getting them for the Wii U. So now we got it, and it's just incredible. So I think the Switch just is off running. I don't care about sales. Sales is such a gimmick to really how well a system actually is. To me what sales is whoever has the best marketing.
Yeah.
Because that number can be fooled because you could have 50 million in sales within the first month, but 20 million returned within the
Yes.
second month.
That's
So
true.
the sales really, that number can be very misleading. So don't fall for the sales. That's not what makes a system great. What makes a system great is being able to do all the capabilities and the sales continually growing as the time goes on. The rate of the Nintendo Switch is definitely still going up. Everyone loves it, but now it is more in stock now, so it's a lot easier to be more accessible. But the games, that's where you can see is how many games are.
Yes. Absolutely. Think of it this way too. Remember launch? Remember what people were saying at launch with the games that were at the launch title? All they were saying was, "Oh, it's only Breath of the Wild. That's it. Nothing else." But like, you still had Shovel Knight. You still had Fast RMX. You had like a bunch of indie games. Super Bomberman R. When was the last time we actually saw a Bomberman game? Not that everybody. It was a general Bomberman game, but luckily for me, I never played one, so I thought it was cool. You had 1-2 Switch to show it off. Wasn't the greatest game. But my whole thing with the launch was it did just enough. Like, it got it over the hump. You got your Zelda. And Zelda, again, was so big that, to me, was like, you're going to play so much of that. that you don't have to worry about whatever's coming out until Mario Kart, which was in April. And then, so like the first couple months, I will say were a little slow, but the second they hit like May and E3, it went right out. Like we already knew Odyssey was coming out, but then they just crushed it with like announcing Doom and Wolfenstein, like you said. They just pumped game after game after game after game after game. And the huge thing was, like, think of the third-party stuff that they have now. Like Galambowski just said, they just announced that Ark is coming to the Switch, which is humongous. That's a big game. I would have never thought in a million years Ark was going to be on the Switch. But it's that game, I've heard only good things about it. Now that it is on the Switch, I probably will give it a shot. But and that's the other thing too. Like so many games that I didn't think that I really were going to play, just because I was like, I don't know, maybe. But like they're coming to the Switch, and being a Nintendo guy, I was like, you know what, maybe I'll give it a shot and try them out and see. Because it's you can play it on the go, and it's very comfortable doing that, being able to play on the go, put it in the dock. And just so much stuff has been pumped out, especially, again, from the third parties. Some good, some bad. But this is what people wanted. This is the main thing that people were concerned about with Nintendo was, are they going to get that third-party support? Not only did they get that third-party support, they're exceeding that third-party support. Like, I would have never thought they put L.A. Noire on the Switch. Now, I know it's an old game, but still, it's like, okay, Rockstar's willing to work with them.
Right.
And then the other thing is From Software with Dark Souls. I didn't think Dark Souls was going to be on the Switch. And all of a sudden the remaster comes out. Boom. It's on there. South Park. We said South Park. That's another one. So much stuff that has been announced that has come out. And the real question was, how well will it run?
Right.
Doom has been running extremely well on the Switch. They had to, bring it down with graphics, but it's still running well. And they added motion control with the aiming to it. They did an update, so you can utilize the gyro controls so well with it. So they're
I'm sorry, Andre is just joining us in the Facebook chat. He says hi. I know you can't see that, but I just want to let you know.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got that. See, if we're gonna do that, we should do. Someone takes control of the Twitch, someone takes control of the mixer, and someone takes control.
I have the IO stream chat that's up, and it pulls up it just pulls up all of them in this one chat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Facebook's the only one that is not apparently showing up on here, but that's okay.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, John.
I'm gonna step my game up.
John Johnson's right. John Johnson says he's impressed with the third-party games that they're getting, which is pretty much what we're talking about with Wolfenstein, Doom, all those games, man. That's huge. Those aren't baby titles. You know what I mean? Those aren't baby titles at all. Those are some major titles, and not just that. Added the characteristics of a Nintendo, which we say that, but South Park. Someone brought up South Park has already been on Nintendo 64 that I completely forgot about.
Right.
And South Park on the Nintendo 64 was one of my favorite games. So to see that's huge. So but to see Nintendo come back to that is fantastic. Is fantastic.
Yes, that was the main thing, and like I remember people just saying like, "Oh yeah, Ubisoft is gonna give them like Just Dance and stuff." Nah, man, they're pumping out some good stuff.
So Dave Mello goes, when is the Switch Online pay service supposed to come out? They were talking about this was supposed to come out in September, but I think they're saying that it might be pushed back. But they're going to talk about it. They said they were going to talk about it at E3 and have a more like you're supposed to find out what exactly this is going to be able to do. But they were talking September, I believe. That was supposed to be like the original release date.
September they are saying is supposed to come out. They even went on Twitter and said, September is the day that it's going to come out. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, August, September. So, but last time I checked, it's supposed to be played around with. So they said that they may need more time, but we'll see. We'll see what it's going to come out with. I want to get wowed. Nintendo has been lacking in this department for such a long time, And I want to see something really big from them for them because they've done so good for the Switch, and with this thing being portable like this, like I just think they have a really good chance of capitalizing on this, and I just
Yeah.
love to see that. I would love to see them capitalize on the online service. So they don't have to do anything fantastical. I mean, like the structure's already there. I mean, mimic PlayStation if you need to, mimic Xbox. I mean, Xbox is a pretty powerful one, but I mean, PlayStation stepped their game up with the PlayStation since the PlayStation 4, and now their online service is absolutely incredible. So I don't want them to feel like they have to recreate the wheel, if that makes sense.
Yeah, agreed.
So, but yeah, I mean, so my complete thoughts and final thoughts on Nintendo Switch is, I've given it an A+. I think what the system has done. I myself hasn't had a chance to play a lot of it, but I've played more Switch than any other system right now, and that's huge for me. I got to beat Mario Odyssey, which I haven't beaten a game in years. So it felt good to be able to actually have the time to play. Like I waited at my kid's bus stop and I got to play. Like it's
Yeah.
15 minutes here, 20 minutes there. So and I'm hesitant on playing because like I only have one Switch, so like I don't want to take it from my kids. This weekend I'm taking it from my kids. Like I am taking it from my kids for selfish reasons. So it's just I'm greatly enjoying it. I absolutely love it. I think the technology for it, it's the first time in a very long time that I've been excited as I have been for it, and yeah, I just think all in all it's really really good.
In my opinion, and I don't know if this is a bold statement or not, but in my opinion, as far as design wise, so far,
Penelope.
this is the best system ever made, in my opinion. Because just the
Ooh.
just the fact now, nah, just the fact that you can take that thing on the go with you, then come home and put it on your TV, and it switches like that. The fact that it's a hybrid
Okay.
already puts it above everything else.
Okay.
So far, Sony, Microsoft, they haven't done that yet.
Mhm.
Until they do something like that, in my opinion, Nintendo's got the edge.
Okay.
on
Okay.
everything. I know
Um,
there's VR and whatever Microsoft may come out with AR, VR, whatever, but to me VR doesn't match up to I can take this with me and then when I'm done, I can bring it home, put it in my dock and play it on the TV. So, just my opinion.
so, um, oof.
Except for the early controller flaws. Yes, I do agree with that.
Okay. I love the Switch. Like I just said, I can't give it the best system of all time. Now I completely agree with you on every level that you just said, as far as all the capabilities that it can do are absolutely incredible.
Well, I'm saying design. I'm saying like design wise. I'm not saying like as far as library, how it's done with sales and anything like that. I'm not saying it's the greatest system of all time, but I'm saying as far as design wise, being able to bring it with you and then docking it, it's the best utilized. I'll say like this: it's the best utilized system
Mhm.
of all time because you can utilize it so many different ways
Right.
and
Right.
play it in different ways. So I'll say like that. It's not the greatest system of all time because it's still got to come out with more games in the library and sales. I know it's talked about sales, whatever, but it's the best utilized system that you can use as much as you want, in my opinion. So,
Okay. All right. Yeah. Like, but see, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that it's the best system either. Like, I don't want to make it like, ooh, like you can't say that because
right.
I think it definitely has the capabilities of being possibly the best system right now, and that's fine. I don't mind giving it that name. It's just I can't do it because my favorite system of all time is the Super Nintendo. I'm sorry. I'm trying to see if our mixer is actually going live. Oh, yep, it is. Here it is. All right.
I can test it if you want.
No, it's up. It's up. It was just saying that it wasn't up, but I think it was just the chat that wasn't. It wasn't up, but that's okay. I got it up now. So,
Okay.
Super Nintendo is my favorite system of all times, hands down. I'm absolutely in love with Super Nintendo. I love everything about Super Nintendo. Um, so with that being said, Dreamcast is right behind the Super Nintendo. I think that system was incredible. It was so ahead of its time. And it's just a lot of
Yes.
memories. It just did bad because people didn't know about it. Again, marketing. Sega sucked at marketing, so that was a big problem with them.
I'm gonna say like this with the Dreamcast because everybody's like, "Oh, the Dreamcast is put Sega out of the console business." No, it didn't.
No.
No. Let me clarify for people that say that it wasn't the Dreamcast; it was the one before it that put them in the hole that they were in. Nobody says it, and I don't get why. But to be perfectly honest, the Sega Saturn was god awful.
Yeah.
Was god awful, and
No,
that
it was
was
bad.
the reason why the Dreamcast failed.
Yeah,
It's because
no.
the previous one did so bad that Sega could not get out of that hole.
Yeah, no. It was bad. It was really, really bad.
It was god awful. I remember playing Saturn like one time at my friend's house, and I swear I didn't even know how to like start the game up because it kept going to like this menu, and then I was trying to find the game, and I could not find how to start the game up. It was weird. I don't know how, but I was like, okay, interesting, but whatever. So it was just bad. Saturn was just so bad.
No, Saturn sucked kind of bad. it was pretty bad. But like
god awful.
Dreamcast, they just didn't do a very good job promoting it.
Yes, agreed.
Agreed.
I
thought I heard popping. I was listening to the show on Mixer. I thought I heard it messing up. But
gotcha.
No, the Dreamcast, just I loved everything about it, and I'm so mad. I even have a Dreamcast shirt, which you'll catch me wearing this weekend.
Nice.
So it just it frustrates me if someone says, "Oh yeah, Dreamcast is the reason." No, it was during Dreamcast time that Sega failed, but it wasn't because of the Dreamcast. It was too long and gone for that to happen to be like, "Oh yeah, that was Dreamcast's fault." Like, no, that's not true. And I agree with John Johnson, man. Dreamcast is one of the most underrated systems of all time.
I could get into a debate with that, but we'll save that for another show.
Yeah. Well, just out of curiosity, what system do you think is the most underrated system of all time?
GameCube.
You think GameCube was underrated?
Yes. Oh God, yes.
Really?
God, yes. Dude, think of this. Think of the GameCube, right? It was in the era of the PlayStation 2.
Okay.
And when Xbox came out. And when Xbox came out, people were all hyped because they're like, "Oh, it's Microsoft and it's this, that." And I remember all the commercials and people and like Halo and NFL Fever was like one of the original games and all this other crap. And like people were hyped on it because it was a Microsoft system, it looked cool and all this other stuff. And where was GameCube? It was at the bottom, like, as the little runt.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we're there, but like nobody's respecting this system. But like I was the one. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Keep going with that thought.
But like, so all my friends that I knew were like, "I'm getting a PlayStation 2. I'm getting a PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2. Xbox." Like, so I can play Halo because Halo looks cool. All my friends that were doing that, I was the one that was like, I'm gonna go get the GameCube. One, because it's cheaper and I can afford it, and two, I can trust Nintendo because it's got really good games. Right. And needless to say, when I bought it, I got Melee, I got Luigi's Mansion, a couple other games, but that system was freaking awesome when I played it. And I was, I'll boost my ego a little bit on this one. But like, I distinctly remember taking my GameCube to people's houses who would not even touch a GameCube. I would bring it to their house, have them play it. You know what happened 2 weeks later? They had a GameCube. They had a GameCube in their house because I had them play it so much. And I'm like, I'm telling you, system's amazing.
So, all right.
But like, it just didn't get the respect that in that era.
We'll talk about this during Gamercon weekend because of the fact that we have a lot of topics we can dive into. So we'll put that down as one of the topics. If you don't mind, if you can pull up that sheet and put it on. Actually, I might already have that sheet up.
Yep.
I'll put it on that sheet.
Do it.
Topics.
Underrated system.
All right. So we'll get into that topic some other time. We'll get into that topic some other time. So I don't want to get too much into it now. So if you guys are watching right now and it's a conversation you guys want to check us out on Saturday or Sunday, as we'll bring up this topic, and we'll be playing some retro games while we'll be
Yeah.
talking about it, because we got a lot of retro games on that list. So,
Nice.
all right, so it's 7:30. So we'll wrap up this topic with saying, again, I give the Switch an A plus. I'm completely pleased with my Switch. I'm happy with it. I'm even excited about more upcoming games.
Yeah.
I think Nintendo did a great job with it, and yeah, so I give it a thumbs up, 100%,
I
100%.
agree. Same thing. The future looks very bright with Smash, Metroid, and Pokemon coming out. Even the ports. Not a big fan of the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, but so far the ports that they've brought over are really good. I just think a couple more, not too many, but a couple more that deserve a second life. Like we said, like Star Fox.
Yep.
Should be brought over, and then afterwards just cut out the ports.
Yeah.
Point. So, but I'm glad that they brought like Bayonetta over. Bayonetta was big because they've been announcing Bayonetta 3. It's glad that people are going to be able to play 1 and 2 on the Switch.
I think what happens is, the first year they have the ports, okay, but when you start getting into the second year, like, I think the ports need to stop.
Yeah.
The first year is fine. After that, I think it needs to stop at some point. So
yeah, they have to pick and choose ones that really should be brought over at this point. So
agreed. So okay. Let's get into this weekend. So for those of you that don't know, on Saturday and Sunday of this weekend is Gamercon weekend in Connecticut at Mohegan Sun. And what Gamercon is, it's a like, I don't want to call it a mini PAX because I'm not trying to insult it. Just PAX is grown to be so big.
yeah,
But Gamercon is like a PAX, but it's more focused on the gamers. It's not like game developers come, or it's not like that. But they host tournaments with Smash, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Dragon Ball, Z Fighters. There's tons of games. If you check out ctgamercon.com, the list is on there, and if you're on Facebook and you're watching, the Facebook event's up there. If you look up CT GamerCon at Mohegan Sun, you can sign up and things. You can pay at the door. The convention last year was the first year, and I helped out on the tournament side, and it's just so much fun. There's a bunch of vendors there. They had Lame Genie, which is a band. They were meeting people down there. They have a bunch of cosplayers. It's a good time. This year it's bigger. They got more people. I believe PlayStation's going to be there.
Yes.
They have a branch of PlayStation, which I'm super excited for that. The Microsoft store is there again this year. They're running the League of Legends tournament. So if you're also into League of Legends, we're helping with the stream with that. But this year is a huge year for us, where we're actually going to be heading off the stream at the event. So we're going to be doing interviews with some of the cosplayers. We're going to be doing interviews with Jamie from Game Underground, who actually is going to release some news on our channel as well. We're very excited to be a part of. And hopefully we can get an interview with Mitch, which is the head guy that pretty much runs Terrificon, which is a big Comic-Con that's out there, and hosts GamerCon. So this is a big deal for us. We're very excited to be a part of it. We're going to have our guest host, Dolan, which I'm not too sure if anyone's familiar from him from Twitch, but he switched over from Twitch. He's still going to do some Twitch, but now he's on Mixer. So, and then obviously we have Dr. Eggplant, and we have Andre that will be joining us as well. So it's going to be a great weekend, and we're going to be playing games from. I have GoldenEye, so we can play GoldenEye. We got Perfect Dark on the list. We have an Overcooked competition that's coming up. We'll be playing Mario Kart Deluxe. We're going to be playing. Hopefully, we're going to pull some interviews with a couple top players for Street Fighter. Get some tips for that. A couple top players for Smash as well. talk with that. So we got a bunch of interviews. We're gonna be playing games. We're gonna be talking. Like it's just gonna be a great time. It's gonna be very chill, relaxed atmosphere, and I'm extremely excited to be a part of it this yet again this year, and even more this
Yep.
year because we get to do this. We get to talk and
Yes.
play gaming. So if you can't make it, at least watch on stream. We're
Yep.
actually going to be giving away some awesome stuff. We're going to be giving away Amazon gift cards. I want to give away, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo gift cards, but like I don't want someone to win it and that don't have those systems. So we might just keep it Amazon only gift cards for right now.
Makes
But,
sense.
yeah, so that way you can at least you can spend it.
Yeah.
We're going to be giving away a free pass to the event coming up next weekend and PAX weekend, which is Game Over, which Platinum City Gaming is going to be a part of, which we're very excited for. So we'll be giving away one of those. And how we're going to do it is for every subscriber that subscribes to our channel, we're going to did we say every 2 hours? Every other hour?
Yeah.
We're gonna do a raffle, and whoever's streamed to our channel, subscribe to our channel, we will be giving away that prize, a prize to that winner. So, please join us for the live show, either on Facebook, Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, or Facebook Live. We're gonna do all those channels. So, very exciting, very very exciting, especially if you like free stuff.
For sure. Did you say about the PAX badge?
No, I didn't. I want you to, because that's your
okay.
thing, bro.
Well, I actually had to think of this idea. I'm actually gonna spitball it to you live right here.
Oh, okay. We're gonna brainstorm live.
So I have a badge for PAX. I'm not gonna say what day it is though, because it's a PAX badge. Who cares what day it is? Anyway.
We are giving away a free PAX badge in case you guys haven't heard.
We are giving away a PAX badge, but I don't want to do it just in a raffle. This is PAX we're talking about. This is big.
Okay.
So what I was thinking was, when we do Jackbox games.
I knew you were gonna say this. I knew you were going to say this.
So we're not doing raffles for this thing. No. We're playing some Jackbox games during stream. So if you are at CT Gamercon and you join in on the Jackbox games that we play, I'm not going to say which ones, but because there's so many. But we're going to play some Jackbox games.
Okay.
Maybe should we do multiple games and like do it like by a point thing, or maybe just one?
What do you think?
That's a tough one. Because like I almost want to make them like kind of earn it, but I feel like maybe multiple is a little too much. So maybe just one. Oh,
Sorry, my kid. Someone was talking to me at the same time. So
I gotcha.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
Yeah, I would love to just be like, okay, we got to do multiple ones and then you whatever, but maybe just one.
Okay.
Maybe just one, and but it's gonna be. We'll make that the surprise, like which game we pick.
Okay.
Surprise for Jackbox. So, if you're at CT GamerCon, you come to our booth when we're playing Jackbox games, join in on Jackbox, and if you win the competition on Jackbox games, you will be going to PAX East for at least a day. So there you go.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. I like that. So we will be giving away a free PAX badge at GamerCon.
Yes.
So
it's going to be very nice.
Yeah. Awesome. So let's do that. So CT GamerCon this Saturday, Sunday at Mohegan Sun. Almost said Foxwoods. Not Foxwoods.
Not Foxwoods.
Mohegan
not
Sun.
Foxwoods.
Mohegan Sun. Only if you live in the Taunton, Fall River, New Bedford line, it's like an hour away, which is not that bad of a ride. Boston is probably like an hour and a half, not even.
And if you live where I live, it's about 25 minutes.
So I can't wait. This is going to be such a good time. I'm excited. I still have to finish some overlays. I've been so busy with like everything, and I haven't even had my computer hooked up. So I'm just happy to have everything all set. So I'm going to work on wrap it up tonight. So
Understandable.
It was late. I was late promoting it as the flyer and stuff. So, but we got it going, and we're excited to get this event going. So I can't wait. This is like such a
Yeah.
big thing. Like this is huge. This is
Oh,
huge.
for sure. For sure.
Good.
I love it.
Yeah, good time. We're gonna get everybody involved. Hopefully, if you're there, and you are interested in joining in on the show, come up to us, talk to us, and maybe one of us, because we're gonna have mostly 4-player games. So come talk to us, and maybe we'll have you hop in one of our places, and you can join the show. So,
Hell yeah.
so,
Get on in on the fun.
but just an FYI, me and Andre are going to win ourselves a free meal at this sub place that Kyle has been
Oh,
talking about.
jeez.
So I am extremely excited for having a free sub.
You probably will, because I haven't even touched Overcooked yet. So
To be honest, it's one of those games that are very hard to pick up. It's just, but once you stop playing it, it's all the rhythm. Like it's just like, okay, like what do you do and what am I doing? And then it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, do it in this order. Do it in this order. Do it in this order.
Okay.
So
makes sense.
yeah, no, it's a really fun game. It's cool,
Yeah.
especially when you really start getting into it. And once you figure it out, it's awesome. I enjoy it. I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
I'm sure it's a great. Yeah, I'm sure it's a great game. I really should try it out before the weekend. But then I'd have to buy it and then have to. Great. I just bought Sea of Thieves too.
Yeah, you need to stop buying things for a little while.
Well, I've been doing good. I've been doing good. Like Kirby Star Allies came out the last Friday. Came out last Friday. I didn't get it because I'm like, I gotta save for packs, and then I gotta worry about other stuff too. So it's like, what the heck? So I'm just trying to save a little cash, pick and choose my games. So, but I still got that laundry list of games I gotta play anyway from freaking November.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you do. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, all right. How about speaking of games, how about what's coming out tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah, Get Out. Not Get
Way
Out,
Out.
Way Out. Why do we keep doing that? Like
I don't know why you keep doing that.
I think it's me and Andre. We keep doing that. Not Get Out the movie, A Way Out.
That's right, Get Out.
I can't wait. What was GameSpot's review?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't read any reviews yet.
Let me see, because they just did the review. That's how I remembered that game was coming out. Let me see what their review was. Way Out. All right, so IGN gave it an 8.3. Polygon.
Yeah, whatever. What did GameSpot give it?
Polygon gave it a 7.5. I don't think GameSpot reviewed it yet. Hold on. Maybe this is it. It just says article. So it's not so much of a reviews roundup.
Oh, it's just a roundup.
They gave it a 6 out of 10.
Wow.
A Way Out has problems. By the time the credits rolled, my partner and I didn't really feel like we've been on much of a journey with Leo and Vincent. We'd been on a geographical tour, sure, one that was often gimmicky or cringeworthy, but we didn't feel the pair had learned anything or grown into anything meaningful in any meaningful way. I did, however, enjoy the journey I'd been on with my friends sat next to me. We had to look out for each other while escaping prison, work together, solve problems. So they kind of just contradicted each other in like the first line. So
yeah, I just noticed that. I was
yeah,
like, okay.
Yeah. So interesting.
So yeah, well, IGN gave it what 8.3, and then it's getting 7, and then GameSpot gave it a 6.
Yeah. Games Radar gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Game
US
Informer
Gamer 3.5. So it's looking like
average.
on average, we're looking at a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, $30 game. I mean, at least it's a $30 game. So
Yeah.
if it was a $60 game, the scores might have been a little lower.
I didn't realize it was a $30 game.
Well, remember that A Way Out is actually an indie game.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
right. Yep.
contrary to popular belief, because a lot of people were confused by this,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a PlayStation exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
For the people that don't know that, it is actually going to be on PC and Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess PlayStation just got whatever exclusive for the presentation, but yeah, it'll be on all those 3 systems, and it is an indie game. But I'm like, yeah, it got a lot of hype. This game got a lot of hype for what it was doing, and the trailer again, like when we saw it, it looked great. But I guess that's what happens when you make a great trailer, but then you play the actual game.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
anybody can make a great trailer, but
And then all that noise he was talking during the gaming awards.
Yes, all that noise. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like EA helped out with this game, so it's like another. Well, I wouldn't say black mark because on average it's getting 7s.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. Like even on like when I was streaming earlier, I was talking about. Here's a little subject. Do you think people overreact when a game gets like a 7 out of 10?
I do. I feel like sometimes people do overreact. Yeah. Yeah, because I think a 7 isn't bad. Like I think everyone wants like really high scores all the time, but you're not going to get high scores all the time. Like that's not realistic, and not you don't want every game to have high scores all the time.
No, I agree. Well, I mean, everybody wants to see a great game all the time. We get that. We're spoiled. Gamers are spoiled.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people, even when they see like an 8, they're like, "Oh, it's good." Like they give the little smirk, like, "Eh, it was good." But I'm like, it got an 8. It means it's a great game. You know what an 8 is in school? It's 80%.
Yeah.
Get a B, which means it's good.
Yeah,
it's above average.
It's still good, damn it.
Yeah, like 7 out of 10. It's a good game. 6 out of 10, now you're pushing it. I will say that. Like 6 out of 10, you're pushing it. 5, you're really pushing it. But then once you get below 5, that's when it's like, meh. That's when it starts getting really crappy.
Yeah, no, I agree. Definitely.
So, like, if a game gets a 7, what are you worried about? Play it. Try it for yourself. You might like it.
I agree. Like I think people just have such a high standard all the time on reviews, and it's just like, hey, it's not bad considering that they play all kinds of games all the time. Like by somebody playing a game all the time, like they know the ins and outs of all games. So a game that's a 7 for somebody might be a 10 for you.
Right. Agreed.
So people just need to put on the chill hat.
Here's some irony to this too. Like people want we all want 8, 9s in games and stuff. And if it's a 7 for us, it's like, okay, still a good game. We can play it. But like the other people that like they see 7, they're like, oh, 7. Oh my God. But like think of it this way too. How many games do you actually see getting 10s?
Yeah.
Especially 10s across the board.
If the game's not a big title game already, it's already got the odds against it. Right. You know what I mean? But then you have games that are like what am I thinking? Freaking for PlayStation 4, the one with the girl. Why am I drawing a blank?
Horizon?
Yeah, Horizon. Yep, sorry. Don't know why I drew a blank. Horizon. Incredible game. Incredible game. With that being said, like that I think got like a 9.
It was last time I saw it, it actually got like 9.8, which I was like,
I think it went up.
What's up with the 9.8? Just give it a 10 at that point.
I think it went up due to the fact of the DLC and stuff like that.
Okay. But yeah, like it was getting like 9, 9.5. I don't like the 0.5s and the 0.8s and stuff like that. Like, no, if you're gonna do 9, it's 9, and then do 10. Like, especially with games and stuff. Like, just give it the 9 or the 10 at that point.
Yeah,
But Horizon was a fantastic game. A game I would say recently that like even though it was like, and I saw a review like it got a 7, but it was still a good game. Was Gears of War 4. Yep. So like Gears of War 4, like some reviewers gave it a 7, which I'm like, to me that was criminal. That game is very good. It's not a 7 at all to me. That game is like 8. 8 and pushing 9, maybe, but at definitely an 8.
What did they give Odyssey?
Odyssey got 10s across the board.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Odyssey got 10s across the board. Breath of the Wild got 10s across the board.
Yep.
So like, very rarely will you see that. And Nintendo just happened to put out 2 of them that were 10s across the board. Like, how often do you actually see that?
Right.
Like, very rarely.
Like ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
I mean, if you get a 7, give yourself a pat on the back. It's still a good game. But like, don't rip on a game if it gets a 7, because rarely are you gonna get the 10s. Maybe you get the 8 and the 9s, but rarely you're gonna get that 10 across the board game. So people need to relax when you see 7 out of 10. Just play the game.
Just play the game and enjoy it.
Play the damn. At that point, it's like, listen, if you want to play it and it interests you, freaking play the game. If it doesn't interest you, don't play the game.
I agree. All right. Well, it's around that time, and I got to put in some work for some overlays because I am leaving for Gamercon tomorrow. So I'm excited about that.
Stop by my house.
Yeah, I know, right? I gotta go there, set up, and put everything together. So I'm gonna hit you up probably. Maybe have you maybe come by the hotel room because we're just gonna be right there. So
okay. I'll let you know because I gotta go. I'm gonna go see my grandmother tomorrow.
Oh yeah. No, it will be later. It will be much later. So
okay.
We're coming up we're leaving I think around 1. So
okay.
Yeah, we're leaving for 1, but we will be going straight to the hotel. I mean, straight to the casino, hook everything up, get everything all ready, and then I'm gonna go there early on Saturday. So we're gonna go through a bunch of stuff Saturday as well. So, but
yeah, we'll be there. Me and Dwayne will be there early anyway.
Cool.
We'll probably leave out here around like 9 o'clock or something like that. So
cool. I'll be there. So if not, we'll meet up for some breakfast or something beforehand.
Nice.
So, but that's
like
it.
Breakfast.
Yes, breakfast is good. Very good.
Very good.
But thank you to everybody for joining the show today. It was a very good show, good topics, and we're extremely pumped for this weekend, and I hope everybody else is too. So, did you hear what's coming to the Switch? Yes, we heard what was coming to the Switch, Super Smash Bros. I think everybody heard what's coming to the Switch. So
maybe he was talking about Ark.
No, he said he put Super Smash Bros in parentheses.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, in that case, yes, we heard Super
Smash. So we'll talk more. We'll talk more Switch, Smash Bros. Underrated game systems. We're gonna be talking about everything this weekend. So make sure you guys join us this weekend. It's gonna be a great time. And until Saturday, we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.